Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is 3 strange lights out of UK. Also have this CCTV footage from 2019 which shows a strange object in the sky. I'm not too sure if this is lens reflection or lens flare or something else. Let's see, I also got 2 videos out of China. This is from 2015, shows a UFO near an airport. And then this is another video out of China from 2018. This is actually a couple different videos showing supposedly a UFO that shut down the Chinese airport. This is a video from 1974 that claims, or a woman claims that she got video of some aliens and a UFO. Let's see, also have this article here about the Skinny Bob video and how it still hasn't been debunked after 10 years. Let's see, an article here about a Canadian company that has been collecting and basically hiding UFO data for 25 years. This is a video that it says what I've said before, how there must have been an advanced society in the past living alongside prehistoric man, Neolithic man, or Paleolithic man. And then another video. This is almost an hour long, but yeah, this guy presents a lot of evidence to indicate that there must have been highly advanced civilizations, before Babylon or Sumeria, because the metric system, was already established, that it wasn't the Sumerians who necessarily came up with the metric system. But anyways, let's go to this first video here. Yeah, of course, you can see, this is just a plane at first, and then he sees something else.
Wow. What the fuck are they? What the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah, you see this here? Now, there's 3 little lights, triangles, that are moving in formation.
Yeah, there.
Anyways, it's kind of hard to see. You have to check out the video yourself. Of course, the link will be in the description. Let's see. Let me go to this one here. Yeah, no, this one, when I first saw it, I thought it was just like a lens flare. But then, the more I look at it, I'm not too sure. It could be, yeah, it might be a reflection, or it could be something else going on. But you see this thing here in the corner. Yeah, see, that Mino, is it maybe like a reflection off of a water drop? But the way it moves across the screen, it may be something there. Anyways, that's that video. Let me go on to this next one. Okay, yeah, now I got 2 videos out of China, which, both of them claim that they shut down the airport. Now, this one here is from, it was uploaded 2015. But let's see, let me check this. Let me go back a little to here.
昨天上午，一艘带动力装置的飞艇忽然出现在南宁市杭阳国际城区域上空，来回在空中盘旋了几圈，恰好遇上了在这附近执勤的警用机。
Look at that thing, though. And you still have people going, how come there's no clear videos or photos of UFOs? Well, I say that's a pretty clear video. And then let's check out this one here too. Now this is from a news broadcast that was on ABC. Here the guy talks about it, and then we go to these images here. But check out this video. Well, yeah, first, they show you these images here. Let's see, this image, this image, and then we go to this video here. But check out this video. God, you see the way that thing just took off? See, that's what I call a UFO maneuver. Let's check that out again. Zing, gone. Okay, and then they move on, and then there's another video. Let's see. I think it's this one here. No, that's just a photo. Oh yeah, here we go. Wow, look at that little light just moving back and forth between these. Anyways, I can't play the whole video. Link will be in the description. Let's see. Let's go to this one. Yeah, now this is from a news story from 1974 where this woman claims to have taken a photo or a video of these aliens.
Alien in a spaceship.
You can clearly see figures in the window, and they turn their heads.
Already studied and authenticated by some photo experts, it's just one of thousands of dazzling images from what's been hailed as the greatest UFO story ever told.
I've been researching UFOs for 35 years, and I've never seen anything like it.
It's an extraterrestrial mystery that's confounded everyone, from psychiatrists to scientists and respected UFO investigators.
It's an authentic phenomenon. Something real is going on, but they have absolutely no idea as to what it is.
Just as remarkable as the pictures themselves, the woman who took them.
Professors, doctors, lawyers, anything you can think of. They were coming to do different tests on me.
Her name is Dorothy Iaztt, the world's most unlikely UFO contactee. A 75-year-old great-grandmother who says she's been communicating with visitors from other worlds for 25 years.
I've asked them to come closer, and they'll move closer. And I'll ask them if I can film them, if they give me permission to film them.
These pictures are the result, showing everything from alien beings to spaceships to masses of glowing orbs in the sky and inexplicable flashes of light. All contained on more than 350 reels of film this spry granny shot with her little Super 8 camera from the balcony of her Vancouver apartment.
Anyways, that's enough of that. Link will be in the description. Let's see. Let's go to this one here. Okay, now this is an article about the Skinny Bob video. Even after 10 years, it still hasn't been debunked. And more than 10 years after it has been published on the internet, the mystery about the truth or falsehood of these Skinny Bob alien videos persist. Yeah, now I'm going to go with, I think this is completely real. Because I don't think at the time that they made this that, anyone could do CGI or even makeup this good. Especially watch when this thing blinks. Look at that blinking.
Have managed to leak. The alien itself appears as a very slim, stooped figure with an oversized bald head, slit-shaped mouth.
Yeah, one thing I want to notice, look where his arms are, or his fingers. Look at the, down by its knees. Yeah, look at the fingers on that, and the thumb. And the way it just moves subtly. This is definitely not a puppet.
Large eyes, which seem very expressive and blink, and hands with extremely long fingers, although we never get a good look at their hands. While these two clips are the best known and widely available, there were allegedly other clips that have since been removed, such as the one from the alien craft and another from an autopsy performed on a dead specimen at the base. As soon as these clips were released, there was an immediate debate about their authenticity and who Ivan 0135 was. The discussions about the video have gone both ways, and some are convinced that it is real. Is it CGI, animatronics, or these clips, and where did he go? To this day, no one has claimed responsibility for the videos, which has only contributed to perpetuating the enigma. What do you guys think? Leave your comments below and let's have...
Anyways, yeah, I think those videos are completely authentic. Anyways, let's go to this next article here. Canadian company is hiding compelling UFO data collected for 25 years by pilots and military. In the past few years, the U.S. government has disclosed several UFO/UAP documents that have been collected for decades. Still, it is not enough for UFO enthusiasts, as they believe it is just the tip of the iceberg. The real treasure is still hidden. Like the U.S., Britain and Canada are also collecting UFO data, but most people are frustrated as they have not disclosed much in recent years. Christopher Rutkowski, Canada's top ufologist, revealed that since 1989, his organization, Ufology Research, formerly known as Ufology Research of Manitoba, had collected and analyzed Canadian UFO data. According to a 2017 survey done by his organization, around 1,101 sightings have been recorded in a year. That makes an average of 3 sightings per day. It is considered the 5th highest number since they began collecting data in 1989. Okay, yeah, 3 a day. Do you honestly believe that all of these are visitors? That we have, UFOs from all over the galaxies visiting every single day? Now, I could definitely concede there has to be a few that are coming from other planets, other galaxies, other dimensions. But just in Canada alone, we have over 1,000. So how many other sightings are going on around in other places around the world? Folks, we are not alone. Anyways, let's go to, this video here. Yeah, I've said this many, many times before. In the same way, right now, we consider ourselves to be an advanced civilization, right? We have people. Are we sending probes onto Mars? We have probes out at the edges of our galaxy, and we still have, quote unquote, cavemen that live in, some of the jungles of Brazil or the Antilles, or I'm sure in Africa and in other parts of like Australia, or I think even in the Philippines, there are some very, very primitive tribes that live up in the jungles. I think they're called the Negritos or something like that. But anyways, why couldn't it have been in the past also, that there was, again, based on evidence. I don't have to speculate and say, oh, I think, there's more and more evidence being unearthed every single day that indicates there were highly advanced civilizations living in the past.
While cavemen were laboring inventing fire and the wheel, a highly developed civilization already existed on this planet. They created extensive stone cities, several of which are still standing. They methodically built giant mounds of earth across this planet. They scattered unusual artifacts of stone and metal over each continent, and they navigated every ocean, mapping the whole globe. Then they disappeared. Cavemen inherited the planet. They regarded ancient cities as sacred sites. As time ticked on, they became mindful of another life form around them. Life forms that appeared to possess the power of invisibility and life and death itself.
I can't play too much of this. Of course, I'll get hit with a copyright violation. But, and again, to a primitive society, these people who are highly advanced, would most likely be referred to as angels and gods and, all of these other, they would be referred to in terms that they, these primitive societies could relate to. And, there's also more and more evidence that shows that there was a cataclysm. When the meteor impacted the northern ice caps, hit the glaciers, whatever, and caused a giant flood and wiped out all these traces of these civilizations. I mean, Brian Forrester talks about how in Egypt and and in the sites around Chile and Peru, how it seems as if there was some type of cataclysm that just threw around heavy blocks of stone. So so after that cataclysm, some of the survivors of these advanced societies must have gone in and introduced themselves to some of these hunter-gatherer societies that did survive the cataclysm. And then, they brought whatever little bit of knowledge that they still possessed, and then brought us back to where we are today. But anyways, there's this video, and then there's this other video here that, this guy presents a lot of evidence, again, that shows that there must have been an advanced civilization prior to the Sumerians. I mean, here he talks about how the metric system was most likely created.
Which brings us to this. The Sumerian measuring system and the metric system are, to all intents and purposes, the same system. Why is this not known? Or more worryingly, why is it still denied? Now, I can understand that the French in particular found themselves in a very embarrassing position. At the time the metric system was devised, there was no real knowledge of what the Sumerians and the Babylonians had done. It was only after that time that archaeology started to fill in the gaps. It must have been very worrying to the inventors of the metric system as it gradually became apparent that the system that they'd invented, lock, stock and barrel, was actually 4,000 years old. And once science and scientists take a particular view of something, it can take generations for that to change. They don't like going back. So they invent all sorts of excuses and say that the double Kush is not equivalent to the measurement that they used for liquids. But when you really look at the history as far as it is known, it's quite apparent that what we've got here is an integrated system. Now, it's not...
Okay, yeah, now I want to show you how they determine how they came up with the system of measuring a meter. That here he talks about how they created this little device here, putting two pieces of wood together, and somehow they would put a pendulum or something, and they would count the number of times the pendulum would swing with Venus crossing this path or something. Yeah, it's definitely, I don't have enough wrinkles in my brain to completely understand it, but he sort of explains it, I think, here in this section.
Yard, and it worked as follows. If you take a braced wooden frame like the one that you can see above, and if you make sure that that frame measures 1/366th part of the horizon from where you happen to be standing, then you have 1 megalithic degree of the horizon. Now, I must explain here. We had come to the conclusion that just as surely as the number 366 had been used in the number of days in the year for the Minoans, that it was also the basis of their geometry and the geometry of the megalithic people. This seems absolutely bizarre to us because we've grown up knowing that all circles must contain 360 degrees. But the more you think about it, the more you realize, no, that's more or less totally arbitrary. We'll come to 360 presently, but 366 is just as useful. It may not be quite so divisible by other numbers as 360 degrees, but we'll see why in many ways it's even better. So we split our horizon into 366 units. There is a very quick and simple way to do this, but I won't explain that now because the last thing I want to do is swamp you with so many figures.
Yeah, one thing I want to point out, the fact that they were able to devise this into 366 means back then they knew that the Earth was a globe. Anyways.
I can't remember any of them, but suffice it to say, If I wanted 1/366 of this circle to the back of the auditorium, I could get that measurement in a minute and a half. So once you've got your measurement, you make your braced wooden frame like the one at the top. You then stand it on a stand, as you see in the picture underneath. You do this in the West, and you do it at a certain time of year, because what you want is to see the planet Venus passing through that gap as it falls towards the horizon. It's only going to work perfectly on a certain part of the orbit of Venus. How they came to understand this is a complete mystery, but it works flawlessly. And if you watch that gap while swinging a pendulum, and you're at the middle of your circle, and you're looking at Venus passing through the gap, then if that pendulum swings 366 times while Venus is in that slot, the pendulum string will be exactly 1/2 of a megalithic yard in length. Therefore, the chord of that, double that, will be the megalithic yard.
Did you catch that? Because yeah, like I said, I do not have enough wrinkles in my brain to understand what the hell he's talking about there, and if it makes sense to him, how did these people in the past, in the ancient past, figure this out? But anyways, yeah, very interesting video. Link will be in the description. That is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.